What's going on, YouTubers? It's me, Rocky, again for another episode of Rocky Random Thoughts. Yay! It's episode 4. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching and supporting me. Now, it's a slow build, but soon we're going to get there. We're going to get there, right? So, have a lot on my mind today. Going into today's video, I didn't know what I was going to talk about today, what I was going to ramble on today, what I was going to, mumble about today. And I'm working on it, working on trying to enunciate as if I'm at work, on the phones and things of that nature. So I have to make sure that, people can hear me, because that's the one critique that I keep getting, that people are saying that they can't really understand what I'm saying. So, here I am. I'm actually not that drunk today. I did have some of this honey brandy that my mom got, but that was like an hour ago when I drank that. So I don't have a drink with me today, but I am wearing this cool dope hat that I'm going to tell you guys about later on today. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so my random thought today is going to be on stands. Stands. You guys really make it hard to enjoy music these days. I don't know why the level of standship has reached an all-time annoyance these days. Because, growing up in the 90s, music was just music. Everybody enjoyed music for what it was. It spoke to you. It made you cry, it made you laugh, it made you just feel whatever emotion that you're feeling now. But it just seems like music these days is about who's better than who can do what receipts this person has and that person doesn't. And it's gotten to a point where we're not enjoying the actual music anymore. We're just enjoying what somebody has done on the Hot 100 better than what this other person has done, and this, that, and the third. And I just don't understand it. Oh, gosh, everybody can see that. Okay, so yeah. Now, this rant actually was inspired by Nicki Minaj and her barbs, those Nicki Minaj stands that you barbs really do get on my everlasting nerves. Like, if anything, y'all are the worst group of fans on this planet. You guys are just so simple-minded. A lot of the barbs are very simple-minded. I know, some people on my Twitter who I'm cool with, they are Nicki Minaj fans. But some of y'all as a whole are very, very, very annoying. And it's so hard to get your point across with somebody who is a Nicki Minaj fan. Because they'll be ready to rip you down and tell you that you should die and that's all stands, but it just seems like Nicki Minaj stands, those bars are just on a whole nother level. Now, the reason for this rant was because Nicki Minaj, I didn't watch Wednesday's episode of American Idol, so I don't know what happened. But I know there's something that Mariah kind of shaded Nicki in the way that Mariah shades people. Mariah shades people in a very effortless way. And Nicki Minaj doesn't know how to shade back. She just knows how to throw insults. And in that way, that's shading. But she's not shading. Shading is when you say something to somebody in a way where they have to actually think about, wait, did this bitch insult me just now? That is shade. Sometimes shade is outright disrespectful. And sometimes shade is just, right underneath where it cuts you low, that you have to really think about it. And I feel like Mariah Carey, she really shades in a way where you have to really sit back and be like, did this bitch shade me? So, Nicki Minaj, I don't know what happened, but, people were getting on Nicki Minaj for that. And then she went backstage, there was questions from this one journalist, I believe her name was Laura something, Laura Saltzman. I can't remember her name right now, but she's a journalist for Access Hollywood. And so she wrote a post, saying how she was just very disgusted by the way Nicki Minaj conducts interviews. And, She says how Nicki Minaj doesn't look her in the eyes when she talks to her. She says Nicki Minaj just goes down to 2 questions per interview, and then like her management team and all the entourage stuff kind of gets in the way and makes it hard to interview Nicki Minaj. And she was just, saying how she felt. So Nicki Minaj, said how she felt as well, and she's has her, you know, her liberty to say how she feels. But the way that Nicki Minaj went about it, knowing that the type of fans that you have, the way that she went about going at this law girl who works for Access Hollywood for just the most unprofessional way. Then you have the Nicki Minaj stands coming into this poor girl's mentions and just ripping her to absolute shreds. And it's just like, what is wrong with y'all? Why do y'all gotta attack anybody who has something remotely negative to say about your fave? I don't get it. Why can't people have opinions? Why? Your fave has opinions, and when they have opinions, you're all like, yeah, my bitch, my fave, yeah, talk that talk, blah, 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 blah. But then as soon as somebody says something negative about your fave, oh, fuck you, you should die, you don't get it, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's so annoying, and it gets to a point where it makes it just hard. I don't even like Nicki Minaj anymore. Like, I used to. I used to be one of those people. When she first came out talking about, I'm going to just put in your sideburns. I was on a plane with the way. Like, itty bitty piggy, Nicki Minaj, I fucks with. But this new version of her, I don't. I hate it. I hate her, and I hate her stance. But let's not get it twisted with the whole, just because I hate Mariah, that means just because I hate Nicki Minaj means I must be a lamb and I must like Mariah. I do love Mariah. Mariah is the voice of our generation. She has an octave out of this motherfucking world. But these days, Mariah Carey, where is your voice? Yes, I said it. Mariah Carey, where is your voice? Okay? You lambs too. Y'all get a little bit too hasty with y'all standship as well. Just like how Kelly Price. I don't even think Kelly Price was even talking about Mariah Carey. Okay, it was just a coincidence that Mariah Carey was singing at the same time that Kelly Price tweeted something about how you wake up and your voice is gone and blah blah. I mean, if she was talking about Mariah Carey, it was the truth. And it was her opinion. And you have these lambs going after Kelly Price. Y'all talked about her weight. Y'all talked about this. Y'all talked about that. Like, y'all ripped this poor girl's Twitter to shreds. Like, her mentions were just an apocalyptic atmosphere after y'all were done with her. And it's just that too. It's just like, why can't people have opinions? Why can't people have opinions? It's just like, stuff like, people should be able to say what they feel. Yeah, you may feel a certain way, but don't come at people, talk about they should die, they should jump off cliffs, this, that, and the third. Understand their opinion, disagree, leave it at that. You shouldn't be talking about people should just die and things of that nature. That's why we have suicide at our all-time high these days. Because some of y'all go just too hard with this cyber shit. Like, calm y'all shit down. That goes for you Nicki Minaj stands. That goes for you lambs. That especially goes for you Bay stands. Like, the Bay Hive is ruthless. Y'all will tear somebody down to shreds like it is nobody's business. I mean, y'all made poor Carrie Hilson just want to just take a noose to her neck. Because y'all are just so crazy with it. And y'all too. Y'all are kind of like Nicki Minaj stands where y'all want to be like, you should die and this, that, and the third and blah, blah. But I feel that because Beyonce is talented, there's a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't really know right now the word I'm looking for, but because Beyonce is talented, some of the things that the Beehive does say is kind of true. They have receipts. Let's just say that. The Beehive has receipts. But y'all go a little bit too far with y'all standship as well. Y'all need to calm the fuck down. All stands need to calm the My general thing is that you stands just need to calm the fuck down. The Beehive, the lambs, the barbs, I mean, I want to group the Rihanna Navy in there, but I mean, it's kind of hard being a Rihanna stan because y'all gotta go really hard to defend Rihanna. I mean, let's be real. Rihanna is the luckiest bitch in the world, in the recording industry, because bitch can't sing, she can't dance, and she's always high. But somehow she churns out one number one hit after the next. I mean, this last album, the first two singles already done went number one. So it's just like, bitch, fuck you. Like, anywho, I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta work in the morning, sadly. I don't even want to go. It's Cinco de Mayo. I did have a margarita earlier. So, yeah, happy about that. You know what annoys me too? People who go on Twitter about Happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm like, bitch, you probably don't even know the significance of this holiday. You just know it's another excuse to get drunk. Let me stop talking because I done went out and got a margarita today. So, anywho, bye y'all.